Hey guys, Tom here. Today I'm just going to talk you through the basics of paddleboarding. For paddleboarding you need two main things, a paddle and a board. Now with the paddle you just want it slightly taller than you, basically long enough so you get the whole of the blade in the water when you stood on top of the board. And with the board you just want to make sure it's inflated or up to scratch. As well as that you want to make sure it's got a leash, otherwise when you get left lost and alone in the middle of a wide expanse of water it's quite traumatic. With the leash though you want to make sure it's releasable in some way or another. When we're paddling we need to know which end of the front of the board is. The biggest clue for this is on the back of the board you've got some fins. So those fins are on the back. Okay. Anyway, let's get on the water.
When you launch, make sure you're in deep enough water so you don't snap the fins. Use a couple of strokes to get yourself into deep enough water so that if you fall off you won't hit the bottom. Stand up as if you're doing a squat and then just paddle away. Treat the board like it's solid land and it won't tip you in. Turning is obviously important every so often. To do this, put the blade in at the front of the board and use a nice wide arc stroke all the way around to the back. The objective is to push water away from the front of the board rather than pull it straight towards the back. Once you finish turning, switch back to a stroke that's nice and close and runs along the side of the board. Falling in is very much part of paddleboarding. This isn't really an issue in any way other than you might get a bit wet, but keeping your paddle close at hand is very important. The best thing to do is hold out onto your board, kick your legs out behind you until you're flat on the water, and then crawl forwards onto the board until you're back on your knees. When you're on your knees, just take a moment to regain your balance, and stand up and paddle away.